Humans, like most social animals on this planet, have longed for a connection with other creatures within and across their species and with their surroundings. Human beings, for example, have been able to make useful tools out of their environment and have successfully collaborated with other human beings and creatures to become the most dominating species on this planet. It has thus manifested as the art, religion, the society, and the sciences that we see around us. It is an inseparable part of the human society, and you may ask, how does it all relate to a good user interface design? Well, the answer to that is that what we think is a good UI is in fact deeply embedded in our mental models of the world. Mental models are the models that we use mentally to make sense of the world, which help us to navigate successfully through life. These models are shaped by our culture, our society, the way we are brought up, our personal characteristics, and so on. And then I decided to dig in some research. As we had seen before, mental models essentially stipulate what we think is a good UI. So does that mean that we already know what a good UI is before we had even seen it? Well, the answer to that lies in one research that was done by Dr. Soper and Dr. Mitra at Cal State Fullerton. This research proposes a framework where it is the anatomy of the human eye along with people's subjective experiences in their lives that together determine the mental model of web user interface design. For example, if you're habituated with using Facebook, you already know where each element on the site should be somewhere inside your head, consciously or subconsciously. And then if you were to visit a new website, and if that website somehow conformed to the spatial arrangement of elements that you find on Facebook, you may find it to be more trustworthy, appealing, and comfortable to use. So the research found out that it is the anatomy of the eye along with people's mental models that determined where each web UI element was supposed to be on a blank screen. This method of testing what people's expectations were is what they have called a blank screen method. So the way a blank screen method works is that you show the participants a blank screen and ask them where they expect each web UI element to be. For example, if you were to show people a blank screen with a boundary like this, which closely resembles a web page, and if you were to ask them where do you expect, let's say, a corporate logo to be, the research found out that the density was higher here than any other region, meaning that more people clicked on approximately this region of the screen to expect where a corporate logo was supposed to be. And the same went for a search button or a search box. This was the most dense region for a search box. And not surprisingly, the center was the region where most people expected video or text content to be. Well, that is mostly attributed to the nature of the human eye, where we can crisply and sharply recognize objects that are exactly at the center of our vision.